Good morning from Akumal, Mexico. We're just getting situated here to make sure that we're good on our view, and just working with the best of our technology this morning here to make sure everybody can see what we're doing. So we're going to be having we're going to be kind of sharing our microphone here so that we hope that everybody can have the best audio experience possible, as there's a little bit of noise around us. So
Audio
anyway,
and visual.
yeah, absolutely. So I want to introduce Liane of Liane Memmer Life Grooves with Liane. And Liane and I have known each other for probably, 2 or 3 years?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Getting on that 2.5, 3 year mark. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's a great opportunity with me being down. She spends the winters in Akumal area, and I was down this direction. So we just thought it would be a great opportunity for us to do some collaboration.
Yeah.
And introduce.
Yeah. We met in our business lives, so we didn't have a personal connection before this. And wow, we were really blown away at how many similarities we do have, and this new friendship that's forming. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, because prior to this, we've only been met online, had online communications, and not actually met in person. So we were happy to be able to give each other a hug in the
She was so much shorter than I thought.
Yeah, I'm short.
I love it, though. It's been a really special time. I love having you here, and I know this is one of your kind of targeted goals in that bigger picture of
That's right.
Doing some transitioning. So I commend you for living what you practicing what you preach. You're living you're walking your talk, and
that's what we're here to talk about today.
Yeah.
Is Vision 2020. As we're coming up to the year 2020, and of course we can use the pun of having 2020 vision in 2020. But I'm going to let Liane talk in just a minute about what she does, but I wanted to talk just a bit about the importance of creating that vision. And then we'll shift into letting you explain a little bit about what you do.
Yeah,
and then
be
she's
a new twist for all of you out there.
Yeah, so hi, Cecilia is watching. I know we have some people in the Zoom room, and just as a reminder, the 2 ways that you can join us is live on the Transcending Limits Facebook page through Facebook, or you can join us in the Zoom room. And whoever's in the Zoom room then has the opportunity to get to talk to us after the meeting. So, and to be in the Zoom room, you actually have to register with your email address and get the invite with the login information. So if you haven't done that, make sure next time you do that. So.
Yeah. Or take a few seconds while she's airing and get yourself on the other Zoom room if you think you're going to have questions, especially because I'm going to be offering you something new. This is a type of intuitive energy work, so you might have some questions for me afterwards. I'd be happy to stay on and answer them. If you aren't able to do that, you can also just contact me through a PM. And
send a
Vicki,
message.
she'll point you in my directions, whatever it takes.
Ask your question, leave a question or comment on our broadcast here as well, and we'll do our best to answer those questions. So let's see, we're talking about Vision 2020, and I think a lot of times when we come up to the 1 year winding down and the beginning of a new year, it's a time where we pause to think about, what did we think we were going to accomplish in this year that we didn't, or it's just a really solid reflection time where we're evaluating our life choices, and everybody's talking about setting goals for the new year, setting in, what's your goal, what do they call it? New Year's resolutions. I was missing that word.
Different.
Yeah.
Resolution.
Yeah. There we go.
What do you resolve to change?
But here's the thing. Most people don't keep their New Year's resolutions, and goals can, although they're good, sometimes we get lost in the actual how-to because maybe we're not connected to why we want to do that so much. So when I talk about Vision 2020, I'm really talking about connecting to the deeper meaning behind not necessarily goal setting, not necessarily New Year's resolutions, but an intention. And the difference of an intention is setting a strong intention is like charting a new path, setting a new destination in your GPS and hitting start, and then all of a sudden life is like, okay, I have this new destination I'm going to, and then we need to figure out like what do we need to do to get there. So it's much deeper than just saying I have a goal to do XYZ. It's more like a life shift, a connection to your deeper meaning in life. So for people out in the world, they're listening to us, that might have been maybe in a relationship that hasn't been going well for you, or a job. I mean, a lot of my audience has been or is in jobs that don't match their soul's
Very
direction.
common, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially, I think, in our society right now, the culture, people are really wanting to wake up and understand that they're not fulfilled and the reasons why. And you spend so many hours of your day working that if your job isn't fulfilling for you, then chances you're not having a fulfilling life.
Right. And that job could be a toxic environment that's being created by where you're at.
Surroundings.
Yeah.
People.
Or it could be just, you're not in the right spot for you, so it feels toxic for you just because you're not in the right spot. So in December, I'm going to be offering some visioning workshops, Vision 2020. They're in the calendar events section of my page. You can go there and check them out and register. There's 3 different times that they're going to be offered. And, one is focused solely, if I can get my words going here, on what you want to create in your life. One is going to be kind of a combination of life and business, and then there's one just solely focused for entrepreneurs on what you want to create in your business. And that, when I say entrepreneur, that means whether you're a solopreneur, or I know I already have people registered that are, leading teams, bigger teams within corporations.
Yeah,
so we have a whole variety that we're going to
That
be.
sounds awesome.
Yeah,
I didn't
attracting
understand
in.
the full compass of the workshop. I know we talked about it earlier, but
Yeah.
now I'm like, I want to take it.
Yeah. Well, we got to get you signed up, Liane.
Yeah, we will. We'll talk about that after.
Yeah. So it's going to be a connecting to the much deeper intention that you have for your life and what you want to call in 2020. And so we just thought this was a great time to connect with Liane. Liane's specialty is more on energy healing.
Yeah. Spiritual work, energetic healing. I'm an intuitive healer. The method that I mostly use is called Accunect.
Yeah, and share with them a little bit about what I've experienced that. I've
Yeah,
had you do
you've
that
had
for
numerous
me.
sessions.
Yeah.
And Vicki and I have done some trading, so she knows about that. So basically, you could say that energy work is a very all-encompassing type of healing, because we're not just limiting ourselves to the physical aspect as to who we are. That is part of it. But we're also a spiritual being, an emotional being, and a mental being. And we don't move forward in life when we're stuck in any one of these other areas. And true healing comes from the root of our authentic self. And that means incorporating all 4 of those different aspects of who we are. So there's a lot of different ways to address them individually and or incorporate them amongst themselves. So this Accunect healing energy work I do does all of that, and it works on the subconscious level, bringing what needs to be into the conscious there for you to deal with, but also helping you shift through patterns and other aspects that you may not be aware of, memories, ancestry. It can go very deep and work on all levels. A common question is, well, how does this happen? I'm in Mexico, but most of my clients are in the United States.
Yeah, exactly. How do you connect with them?
Yeah, so it's so simple. It's energy, and energy surrounds us all the time. These different vibrations and wave patterns that we're constantly creating, co-creating, and we're constantly a part of. And so I like to use the analogy kind of the Wi-Fi signal. It's always there. And we don't see it. Most of us don't even feel it. We're not even aware that it's happening. But we can tap into it and we get on our device. We connect. So our energetic field is very, as far as an analogy, similar to that, in that it's always there. Most of us are not aware of it. We connect to it and we're still not even that aware of it. And so we're not co-creating. And what we're going to do here is the focus of this session for you is to gain clarity and understanding of what it is it's going to take you to become alignment with your soul purpose, your soul self.
So, Liane, if I could put it in different language too, it's almost like when we have that purpose and we want to move forward and we're not seeing it come into our life yet, or we're not seeing the experience that we want, it's almost like there might be a clog in our energetic pipe. And what you do with the Accunect is kind of help move those clogs.
I like that. Let's talk about it from like two different perspectives before we get into that a little, or the session itself. So I like that analogy of this clog. So that's where you're stuck and you're just not moving forward, and the patterning is that you're repeating it and repeating it. So there's no way you're going to move forward until you break the patterning. So with Accunect, what's going to come up for you can be very different for what's going to come up for another person. It's very specific to you, but also I can offer group sessions. So we'll get there in a minute. But at any rate, it's very specific to you. You have your specific map that will come up, and then we go into your energetic being and do the balancing there. I misplaced what I was trying to say, though. So with that, you can release what is blocking you and gain clarity. And that may be mostly on the subconscious, so you're not actually making any serious shifts in your daily life, but you would start to feel them.
Yeah, and then it helps for you to be able to bring things forward for. And we've got a couple more people joining us. I see Arnell is there. Hello, Arnell.
Oh, great.
Thanks for being there.
Good,
Andrea is there. I see someone else is there. I'm sorry, I can't see who else is there, but thank you guys for being here. And is this a good time then? Because Liane's going to give us an actual little taste of...
Yeah, I'm going to do a mini session for you.
And what feels better, Liane? Are you going to do that session like on me so they can see that and also benefit? Or are you going to do it just like out for the
Let me see if
audience?
I access you. No, it feels better to be more towards the audience.
Okay, perfect. So then I'm going to let you do that. I'm going to try to hold our little microphones here so everybody's getting the best.
Okay.
And
so the first thing I do want to say, though, is that the way we described this session more for people that may have a block, that's only one of many, many different aspects that this Accunect can help you with. You know, you may just simply need clarity on what direction to go, or very specific clarity on things in your life. So all of that can come about. The most important thing to know is that what shifts is only what's ready to shift. This type of work can never cause harm or damage. It's only healing. And so you may or may not feel something. I did a session with Vicki earlier where she could actually feel some things happening.
Definitely.
And if you're not feeling it, it doesn't matter. You're still receiving this. So another approach we want to take is for you to just become a little bit more aware, observing yourself of what's different. We're not taking this angle that you are broken and need to be fixed. That's not the perspective. So get rid of that right now. That goes away. What's different? Where are you simply ready to shift? And how does that start to play out and unfold in your life?
I think that's a very good distinction, Liane, and sometimes I guess I need to be better about clarifying that too, is because I approach the fact that we are whole, resourceful people. We have everything that we need within us. This is just one way to help us tap into that to level up, if we should
exactly.
say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And our leveling up corresponds with our desires and what our heart, our soul truly, truly wants in this lifetime, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so...
Beautiful. Well, are you ready to go?
Yeah, you're ready to receive?
And maybe just, since this is probably something new, maybe explain to them like what you're doing with your
Sure,
hands
yeah.
as you get
I'll try to, I'll talk
give
throughout it.
yeah.
Normally I wouldn't talk this much, but since you're also new to it. This is just a mini session, and what you need to do is just get rid of all the distractions. Get yourself in relaxation mode. Just... turn off the phone, except for us, of course. Get the kids settled down and just be ready to receive. And first, I always just like to tap into my own energy. I always work from the heart center and the nervous system center. So we're talking about the crown of the head. And I'm just simply checking in with my own energetic being, getting a little more grounded before I extend myself, to you. So I energetically have my hand over your hearts and my hand over the top of your head. You can place your hands there if you'd like. And see if you get a sense of anything. Just observe and take notes within your mind, or completely relax and shut it all off and simply be. So some very specific things have come up on the health map, and I mapped this all out previously. So we're going to start doing some tapping, which helps move that energy. And right now, I'm working within the emotion of worry. Release the emotion so that it can better serve us. We release the worrisome aspects of our lives so they don't have such an emotional pull over the control of who we are. I'm not controlling what my hands are doing, I'm just allowing. Sometimes they go shooting off doing all kinds of crazy things. So my upper hand technically is within that energy through the nervous system above your head. And as you can see, my lower hand is above your heart space, and it's really kind of flickering out there. Okay, and now we're shifting. Now moving on. What else came up for us is the earth element. So Accunect is partially based on traditional Chinese medicine. And we use the elements: fire, earth, metal, wood, and water. And so what came up was metal. No, excuse me, earth. Sorry, that came up first. Earth. So this is going to help with you being more grounded. Some key wording. Is being dynamic as well as stable. So we're absorbing this energy into our field so that we can be more dynamic while still creating stability. What other key wording came in is a symbiotic relationship. And notice this is all slowing down. Once again, I'm not controlling. I'm just paying attention to the energy and doing what is being asked of me. So we're talking about a symbiotic relationship. Our sweet Gaia, Mother Earth, is all about those symbiotic relationships naturally. And so are we as humans, but often our judgment and our emotions get involved and get in the way. So this is going to help us be able to relate better to each other and ourselves on all levels. And Wei Qi is what else came up. So Wei Qi is our protective energetic field, somewhat like our aura, if you're familiar with that terminology. And so it helps us keep our energy that we need in, that restores us within our energetic being, and it releases that which we no longer need. And it keeps us protected. So it's sort of a sheath, you could almost say. Things we do throughout the day can damage it. And this is just restoring all that positive energetic flow. I feel like somebody has a big tear in their field and I'm actually knitting it with my upper hand. This is relating to your heart condition, whatever you've gone through. And that knitting is continuing to happen. Your heart condition not only is emotionally, mentally based, but it also has come out in your physical being. So you're experiencing or recently have experienced some heart issues that required some light medical attention. So this is really resonating with you, whomever you are, helping you on that subconscious level bring balance to your mental, emotional, and spiritual state so you truly can move forward. Yep, there you go. You just snapped into place. And now I'm picking up that it's more than one person. So whoever receives this in that bigger picture, that's where you get that intuition really coming in. But even if you felt like that wasn't you, this is still helping you within your energetic field do the balancing you specifically need. Just the person with the heart condition really rang in at that time. Okay, so we're about ready to move on. And what's come up next we refer to as unwind. That's why it went into the heart space. Okay, so unwind allows me just to follow the energy wherever it is going throughout your bodies, your energetic systems. And so we automatically were entering into that, and it led me into somebody's heart space. And let's see where else I'm going to be going. Low back and hips. Ooh, yeah, some arthritis in there, possibly inflammation through the bursa. I'm picking up the left hip a little bit more than the right, also going down into the knee. Just holding energetic space for further balancing there. And things are shifting, starting to move up the spine. Some lumbar issues are involved, both sides. And just doing a big flushing through the whole spine. We're going to go back up to those shoulders in a minute. Doing some grounding through the feet, all the way through the crown. And there we go, into the shoulders. Huge rainbow just came up. Big arcing rainbow. This one's for you and your shoulders. Everybody, really, but it bounced into Vicki really firmly when I saw that rainbow. Just letting those burdens go. You don't need to worry and stress over all that. Let God, let go and let God, or the big universe, whatever it is you believe. There you go. There's some shifting. Breathing deeply. Let's take some nice, full, big breaths. Let your full belly expand as best as you can. Exhaling completely. Hug the belly in with your final exhalation. Expand the belly with your initial breath. And I'm just checking, yes. So I checked, are we ready to move on? Yes, and we're moving on. This is turning into kind of long.
That's okay.
Okay. I never know quite how long these are going to take because I just stay with the energy until it starts to shift. And I am working with a group, so there's more happening. And we just entered a clearingness. So your being has asked for a clearing. And very specifically, it's like we're clearing the connecting points of you and your other energetic beings. So the people that are most important to you, including your own self, where you loop back around energetically kind of and connect. It's like we're adding some lubrication, getting rid of all the friction and the heat that was starting to develop so that things can flow more intentionally and easily. All right. Nice. That's really solid now. So now I'm going to bump into your spleen. I'm down into the spleen energy, and the spleen does a lot of purification. Purifying our lymph, our blood, helping us bring more joy into our lives. It's also a house for our knowledge, our wisdom. And this helps us be able to access that more readily. A key word that came up when I was first mapping this out is adaptability. So this is helping us have a better ability to adapt to the changes we desire. Adaptability. And I think we need to add a little declaration. So go ahead and repeat with me. I adapt easily. Let's do this 4 more times. Ready? I adapt easily. I adapt easily. I adapt easily. I adapt easily. And feel that shifting. Perhaps a sense of ease just kind of flooded in. I sort of felt that for myself. And again, you might not be feeling anything, but it doesn't mean it's not there. Metal came up next. Another one of the elements in traditional Chinese medicine. Metal is a big transformer. It can help us in a solid state as well as a liquid state. It's a conductor, and I think of the magnetism and how it is you want to be a magnet to just draw in the life you want, the desires, the changes you'd like to make, and just bringing that home by being the magnet so it can't not come to you. That shifts a lot of energy, helps you get out of your own way. There we go. Yeah, get that nervous system going more now. Perfect. Nice winding up happening. Good. All right. Hey, Dean, we got a big wow from Dean.
Yeah.
You feeling something there? Yeah, I'd love to hear from you. Go ahead and put some comments in if you'd like. That's always great.
Yeah, add your comments in here or
Ask
a question, and then
yeah.
we'll check the comments as we wind up. I don't know if we're getting our sun is shifting here, and we're trying to get our
beautiful background. Oh, that's much better. Yeah,
it was better.
Yeah. Are you filming from the big or the little?
Both.
Okay, great. Okay, 2 more things coming up here. Got some oneness. Oneness is going to help you communicate with yourself better, with your own soul self. We all have that within us. Yes, this brings me back to what I was going to say before when we were talking about breaking through the patterning, and when Vicki referred to this work as like a drain. She has an energetic drain that gets stuck on her, and then the Accunect comes in and pulls that plug out or releases it. It's also, you can think of it as a way where you're being brought back to who you really are. And that oneness, that essence of your true God source will give you that clarity so that you can get that pipe unstuck. And it can all be done subconsciously.
And so much more quickly subconsciously.
Oh, yeah. You know, we drive ourselves to shame with these action steps, and then we fail and we think, oh, I'm never going to get it right. But we were missing that energetic component to help support us in our steps. Ooh, yeah. Big shift there. Going to anchor that in a little bit more. And then we have one last item that came up on the health map. Okay, there we go. That's set. And now I need for everybody to cross your wrists. They can be out in front, wherever. Just be comfortable. And then you're going to roll your eyes up into your skull like that. So just keep them rolling up, and if you need to release, that's fine. Just roll them back up when you can. And again, I'm tapping through the nervous system and the heart center. And this is reset. And what we're doing here is helping you recalibrate, just as if you were a machine that needs to be updated. Ah, yes. Okay. So Dean is saying that they were having... Is Dean a man or a woman? A man. Okay. Mr. Dean, you were saying you were having problems with your hip. That's
lower
great.
back and hip.
Thank you for letting us know.
So we know who that one was
yeah,
for
we know who that one
specifically.
was for. Reset. Continuing to reset all those beliefs, all the memories surrounding any issues, your hip issues, creating that stronger foundation for you to move forward in life from. Physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And you may release your eyes and wrists. Yep, there we go. Strong, strong setting of the energy right now. Beautiful. See? Okay, we are done. Thank you. So that was a little taste of Accunect. And normally the sessions are a bit longer. This is just like a little mini, and you get to see a little flavor and how that affects you and your system. Be watching for differences. Observe yourself. Just anything that's different. Journal. Take notes so you don't forget. And then you can always get back to Vicki or me. And if you need more guidance or you want to experience this more fully, I would love to work with you. Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah, you said you were going to make a generous offer to my audience, which I super appreciate. So go ahead and tell them a little bit about that, or
I'm glad we remembered.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to do for you is, well, really, I can make it look any way we need to make it look. So if you're interested in this type of work, just PM me and we'll discuss it. But what I want to do is do a huge price break for you folks, because I think that these concepts are so new for most of you that it's hard for you to embrace. So I'm backing way off my normal price. And for $60, I would like to work with you before you do more work with Vicki, especially if you're going to do one of her workshops or all three.
Yeah, exactly. So the workshops are coming up like December 9th through 11th.
Ah, okay.
So this would be an opportunity for them in the next couple weeks.
Yeah,
really, to
yeah.
grab
Well, I
a
mean, really,
spot
I'll work with you at any time. But I
Yeah.
was hoping that if you're interested in this, to see how this energetic shifting can help you engage the work you're going to do with Vicki even more.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
so I would love to offer that special for a session before they get, or while they're still rolling through the information that they're absorbing in the workshop. So that would be something, if you're interested in, to get a hold of me for, as well as if you're working on big changes or a chronic issue. They say that the Accunect gurus say that it usually takes like between 4 to 6 sessions to really start to feel that permanent, lasting impact that this work will have
Things that
on
are
you.
so deeply ingrained take time.
Yes,
and focus
exactly,
to shift. That makes
exactly.
sense.
And then you're creating more awareness, and then the client has the light bulbs go off, and then they're ready to shift even deeper next time.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
it builds
perfect.
upon itself in the layers. Yeah.
Awesome. I'm just going to see if I can check. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to try to check the comments here. Oh, that's not doing it.
I can hold that too.
Yeah, I'll let you hold that.
We had so many issues coming up as we were trying to get it together to offer you this live. It was quite humorous. But we rolled with it, and here we all are, so it's great.
Okay, well, I'm not seeing any questions, but I don't know if I just can't see it from the way I'm looking at it or not. So if there is a question posted, we'll answer it afterwards. But I hope that you found this session insightful, something new, and that it's going to help you see how you can begin to tie a couple different things in your life together and move forward. So as we wind up the vision workshops, you can go to the events tab on Transcending Limits, and see the dates for those and make sure you get signed up for one. And then Liane, of course, her page is Life Grooves with Liane Memmer. And of course, she's also tagged in this post. You can send me a message to get in touch with her, send her a message directly, whichever
Whatever
way.
it takes, you know how to do it.
And so we appreciate everybody has joined us, and thanks for being here today. I don't know if we could, because they're not doing justice.
I know,
of
you
the
can't
view
even
that
see this
we're
beautiful
getting.
place.
So we're going to see if we can move and
Don't fall off.
Yeah, right. So I think they're getting a little bit better view of what we're seeing here.
Yeah.
So
it's
it's
beautiful beach we get to hang out on and do energy work at.
Exactly. It's a beautiful, beautiful Sunday morning. So thanks for being along, guys. And we'll talk to you soon. Signing off.
Bye.
Thanks, Liane, for being